Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new and here for the first time, welcome to you. I'm Jane. Mike, my husband, is behind the camera. We're British, early retirees, debt and mortgage free, and living a thrifty, frugal and money saving life here in Brittany in northwest France. And every Sunday we share a more personal side of our money saving. And today we're going to share with you the 7 ways in which a frugal mindset can change your life by sharing with you how it's changed ours. One of the most brilliant things for us personally as people having a frugal mindset is that we can see conspicuous consumerism absolutely everywhere, and we can see it for what it is. So when you might see, or anyone out there might see, sales and offers and discounts and think to yourself that somebody is doing you a favour, what we personally can see is no one's doing me a favour. What they're actually doing is reaching into my handbag, taking my money, and they just simply are there to make more money out of me. So as that person who's thrifty and frugal, I can see every single time that there's some sales or some offers or anything else that actually I can save 100% of the money that I don't spend. So there you go. I can see conspicuous consumerism everywhere, and I can see right through it. Over the years, we've worked on our frugal skills, and we often think that, oh, I really want to buy something, and then we'll stand back and go, well, hang on a minute, let's have a wait. Let's think about this. And then as we've developed that skill and we've got much, much better at evaluating what is really important to us, or is it a need, is it a want, is the fact that with that frugal mindset, that marketing has absolutely no effect on us. If we do buy something, it's because we've decided we want it. We've decided on that product. We really aren't swayed by marketing. So because of that, we don't have any fear of missing out. We're not worried about I personally am not worried about the latest kitchen gadget. I'm quite happy to pick that up a few years later when I've thought about it a lot more and I still want it then I'll buy it. I'm not going to have any need to rush out and buy the latest gadgets because it's new and shiny and it's a great new product. So it's a very relaxing way to shop because I'm not affected by marketing. The other really good thing for us about having a frugal mindset, and you may or may not agree with this, and that's okay, it's always okay to disagree, is that you become less mainstream in your viewpoints. Lots of frugal people are they wander away from the mainstream, and they're really quite happy with that. And I think we'd reached a point in our lives, a point with our careers, for example, where it was expected and normal that the trajectory went upwards. You kept going and earning more money. You therefore, when you kept going and earning more money, you upgraded your house, you got a better kitchen, you took better holidays, you wore better clothes, and so on. And we were really quite cool to step back from that and go, well, actually, we're going to not do that. We're going to pay off all of our debt, and then we're going to pay down this big mortgage debt. And then when we've paid down this big mortgage debt, we're actually going to downsize our house. And then when we've downsized our house and when we have a small mortgage, instead of buying stuff and upgrading stuff, we're going to save our money and put that towards retiring maybe one day or doing something else with our money. And so it was okay for us. It really is okay. And there are many people with a frugal mindset who decide to do things differently. And you kind of have your own confidence about that. And I think the frugal mindset has definitely done that to us, because we weren't in the desire to earn more money, to buy more stuff, to buy the next bigger house, to buy the next car. Because it wasn't that these things weren't important to us. Of course, having a house is important, having a car is important, having quality food and clothing is important. But we knew for us where our level was that we were happy with. So there we go. Having a frugal mindset, it's okay to step away from the mainstream, not do what everyone else does, and have your own self-confidence about that. about a frugal mindset that's really changed for us, and don't forget I am speaking personally here, I'm not speaking for anybody else, is that you become very value-based in your purchases, things that are important to you. So we have become people who are really prepared to say, right, we don't need to replace this or that. So all of the money that we could have spent upgrading our living room, upgrading our bedroom, buying more carpets or buying any carpets, instead we are prepared to put that chunk of money aside each month that we could have spent on going out for dinner, going to the movies, or whatever we wanted to do. Instead, because we have the value, we make value-based decisions to buy good quality things, we are prepared to save up for things. And it might look to other people, and this is where differing views on frugality are at play here, like some frugal people might make big, extravagant purchases. So I gave the example in one of my videos. I've got a friend who is way more frugal than me, but then he's prepared to go on a cruise holiday, because that is really important to him. Things that are really important to us, having a good quality car. We are prepared, and we were prepared. We drove around in an older car that really, I think Dave Ramsey calls it an old Beta, for example. We were prepared to drive around for 3 years in an old Beta whilst we saved hard. We saved hard to have the money to buy a really good quality car. And where other people might think, well, I wouldn't spend that much money on a car. It's our values, isn't it? People choose what they are going to spend maybe more money than you would on. So there's something about a frugal mindset. I think we've developed a frugal mindset now where we want to buy the very best quality that we can. We're prepared to save hard for that and maybe go without other things to buy something that is important to us, that is the quality that we want to have. There we go. Next one I think is my favourite part of our frugal mindset, and it's how Mike and I have become, we really are lifelong learners. When I think to myself in the early days that we weren't budgeting, that we learnt to budget, that we didn't know about saving money, that we learnt about these things, that we didn't know about bargain hunting, we've learnt these things. From the fact that we've taken on houses that have needed work doing to it, from learning to strip wallpaper, to learning to redecorate a house, to strip paint off things, to sand it back, to paint things, to take up carpets, to go back to the bare wooden floors, to sand and seal floors, to wax floors, to the fact that we've learned how to recondition old furniture, that I've learnt to sew, to make curtains, to make quilts, to fix clothes, to cook from scratch, to video editing, all of these things, to batch cooking, to all of these things, to learning another language, learning new skills, all of those things. And whereas other people, often when I share these, will go, that's a lot of effort, that's a lot of work, that takes up a lot of your time. To us, they are our hobbies and we really embrace them. So there you go, another marvellous side of a frugal mindset, and probably our favourite. Having a frugal mindset has meant that we now enjoy experiences more than stuff. And Mike and I were talking about this and saying, like, it's as if we've become accidental minimalists. We're not intentional minimalists. We don't say we're not going to buy stuff. We now know we don't need any more stuff. We don't need any more clothes. We don't need any more furniture. We don't need any more pictures or knickknacks or bits and bobs in our house. So now we can spend time, our leisure time, enjoying our garden, for example, sitting in our garden with our friends, watching the bike race go by, sitting in our garden, just putting the world to right over a cup of coffee, under a tree in the garden. So we're enjoying our garden. We don't need to keep doing stuff to it or improving our garden. We can enjoy our house. We don't need to keep improving our house. So we don't need to keep doing things to our kitchen. We can enjoy cooking in it. And that's what I mean by the fact that now we really do enjoy the experiences of just being here more than buying stuff for the place. In previous videos, I've talked about things, for example, like frugal shaming and people shaming you for being frugal. And actually, when you've nurtured and developed a frugal mindset and you've developed that over years and years and years, what you get out of that is a confidence that you know you're all right. Confidence that you're happy with your own lot. Confidence that you're happy with your own life. And do we get criticism? Yes, we get criticism from people we know and people we don't know. But do you know what? We can brush it off with broad shoulders, knowing that the decisions that we make are ours and that we're happy with them and we've developed them and we're all right. Thank you to everybody who watches our videos, and thank you especially to everybody who leaves a comment. Tell me, how has your frugal mindset changed your life? Thanks to everyone. Again, we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.